is MIKKELA. And I got her name from the series on Netflix right now called Dark. I just love that name for the little boy who's Mikkel. And so I thought, well, I'm going to throw an A on the end of that. And sure enough, that is a name. So I just liked it so much. I just felt like I just needed to name somebody that. Anyway, she has got one of my favorite little dresses. This is the only dress that I have that looks like this at all. So I was really excited to get to use it on her. She just happened to be a really good height for it. One thing I do, it's kind of moving. One of the things I'm having issue with is keeping this one piece of lace laid down. I don't know why it pokes up like that. So on the skirt, you know, it's one of those that I dyed and then I laid out so that it would pool, so that you get all these little sooty looks on it. Which most of my clothes, I do that. I lay them flat and let the dye just kind of settle on them. And I think there's maybe like a pink dress or something originally. Anyway, she is wearing some shoes and socks. She's got these little lacy socks, and I painted her legs black so that you can see the texture of the little lacy socks, but not as if they were white, because they look totally different. They were white. Anyway, she has some big old bloomers on, and I had to give her some kind of baggy bloomers because this doll does sit. And in order to give her the extra fabric so she could sit, I had to put some big bloomers on. I'm sorry, I'm constantly getting in my own shadow. And she has sweet little hands. You know, she's one of those, she doesn't have long arms. Well, they're like this long, but you know, I work on their entire arm because I don't know what they're going to be wearing eventually. So I go ahead and do their whole arms. But she's got sweet little hands. Okay, so these are the baby, I can say this wrong every time. It's like Baby Brew or BB Brew or B Brew. I don't know how you pronounce this. It's that French doll. Typically, she will have a dimple in her chin if she's one of the older molds, or original molds. But it's that typical sad-looking kind of mouth, the tiny, teeny, tiny mouth. Now, with this doll, I did one earlier this year who had blue eyes. In her face, she looks a lot more maybe worried, where this one's definitely looking a little mad. I think she's just a little pouty, not happy about something. But I did put my favorite hair on her. I love this hair. This came from a very expensive piece of Tibetan lamb hair, like a big pelt that I bought. And I just loved it. And I keep putting off using it because it is so thick. The pelt is so thick, it is really difficult to work with. So I wanted her to have this awesome hair. It's just, like I said, my favorite hair. And that just really kind of kicked her up a notch. Anyway, her little spider's displayed here. I don't know if you can see, she's got a tiny little pearl. Just want to do something different. And I also added this little flower onto her right here. So I had put a little pearl in there. Anyway, let's turn you around. Now, her dress originally came off of a doll that was musical, and you would unzip it so you could, you know, do it. But since I always sew my dolls up, I just went ahead and left her zipper on anyway. And I just stitched her up, and here's her little Made with Love heart at the top. Whoa, good grief, can't see anything. I can't even see it. Okay, it's barely showing. It was right under there, really. So she is made with love. Actually, look at my other doll. Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you didn't see this doll earlier, I usually stick a Made with Love tag on the back of their necks, like that. Now, my dolls are signed on their bodies. And you can't see it because it's all covered up. Now, sometimes you can pull the dresses up and all to see that. But typically, I'm not really worried about you seeing my signature. I do send a certificate of authenticity that is signed with pictures of my dolls and things like that. So, anyway, so I'm kind of digging her. I think I love the face. I won't stop working on a doll till I get to the face that I like. It really speaks to me. And this one came together, I think, rather quickly because I just loved her pouty mouth. And I did her lips a little bit, you know, with this, I don't know, lighter color maybe than I normally use. Sometimes I get them a little more grayer. Sometimes a little more pinker. But this one just has these really fleshy colored lips, which are kind of cute. And that really worried look on her face. Boy, she's not happy. Anyway, her shoes are pretty cool. I don't think this came with her. She's got tiny feet. And I had to find her some shoes that actually had good soles on them because she can sit. And I don't want to risk her soles not being in really good shape. And a lot of times, that's the first thing to go on these dolls are their soles. So she has got pretty nice soles on her shoes. That way you can sit her. And how you know if they sit, they're already made. Let me see, I just kick her leg out. Oops, sorry. Once again. So her legs, she has a seam here and like a rear end. She actually doesn't have a seam. She doesn't have any stuffing there so that she can sit easily. Now, when I dyed her socks, this particular bunch of socks, these just turned blue, which worked for me because the lace on this doll turned blue. There's a little side view. Anyway, this little sweet dress with this this low peplum, I just think it's the cutest dress. And I seriously do not know why. I don't have any other dresses like this. I see I have something I need to trim right there. So she is not one of my best videos, is this? But she got some freaky hair. Look at that. Now, did I put a bow in her hair like I do most dolls? Actually, if you look right here, you can see some of her pelt right there. I did not put any kind of bow on her. I didn't have one. I thought that complemented her dress either. And I am very kind of picky about that kind of stuff. And you are out of focus. That I do want something that goes well with the doll. And I just didn't have what I thought looked great with her. Okay, I got her pinned down on her stand too much. Well, anyway, I'm sorry. This was a crazy video. I couldn't talk straight to save my life. But then again, I just ate, so my blood sugar's going crazy. Well, I hope I can find her a new home, and along with some of her brothers and sisters, and just to kind of keep you posted. Right now, I'm finishing up on my dolls. These are dolls that I had started in like 2016, and I had I had a bunch left. Had a whole box full left, and I'm down to, I have like 3 boys and another, like I said, tiny one. I have Siamese twins or twins. I may just keep them twins. I mean, adorable twins. They're her face, but with green eyes. So, and they have matching dresses. So there'll be twins. And then, which is going to be interesting because I have to make the hair somewhat match. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, and I have another face that's a little cute round cherubby kind of face. Little face that's on, I don't know what that doll's name. I have to go look. I have another doll upstairs that has the same face, but I have to make it look different, so that's going to be fun. Well, anyway, so keep checking back and see what I'm up to and see what dolls I've made. Thanks for watching.